Hello, I'm Mariana. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back to my channel. Today we're getting into this beautiful wedding season eyeshadow look. So this is on the more dramatic side. You can definitely swap out the silver for some gold. I am a gold girly, but the way that silver looks on brown eyes is just chef's kiss. Okay, so we are going in with the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions palette. This is a matte neutral palette. It is perfect for looks like these, and the pigment on this palette is really great. So I'm going in with this really dark taupe shade, and we are kind of going for like a diagonal halo for this look. The way that the light reflects off of the shimmer in the center of the lid is so pretty. It looks good at every angle, and I am going to give you some customization tips if you don't really like the shape of the look, but I'll let you know when we get there. So I'm taking a dense packer brush, and I'm going in on the inner and the outer corners. Like I said, we are kind of doing a halo, so I'm keeping the center of my lid bare, and I'm just kind of buffing in that dark shade only on the lid, and I'm taking it into the crease just a little bit. Then I went ahead and kind of buffed out the edges. I did clean my brush before I went in to work on the edges so it doesn't carry that dark shade higher and higher. You want to make sure that we are controlling the dark shade and the darkness in this look because it is very heavy, so you want to make sure you're not going to end up looking like a raccoon. So I am buffing out the edges to make it easier for me to blend in the next shade that we're going in with, and I am kind of also creating like an outer V shape to make like an eyeshadow wing to have that beautiful swooped out eyeshadow look. Now I'm going in with this lighter kind of bone shade. This is not 100% white, but it is pretty neutral and light. The way that this shows up on my skin, it is a little bit darker than you would think that it would be from the pan. So I use this as a transition shade. So I put this on the top of the areas that I blended out the inner and outer corner, and I'm also connecting it in the center. So I'm not leaving that center crease area blank. I'm only leaving the center lid area blank. Then I went in with the whitest of white shades in this palette. So this is like actually white, and I'm placing this on the brow bone. So like I said, we do have a lot of like heavy dark shades going on in this palette in this look, so I kind of wanted to separate the eyebrow area from the darkness going on the lid and on the crease, just to give some dimension, some highlight to the brow bone, and just to make sure that everything is not just dark and muddy and messy. Next, I went in with the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I've had this palette for such a long time. This is definitely a palette that I go to when I need like a good shimmer shade, and there are two silvers in this palette, so I'm going in with like the cool toned silver. This is like a really bright kind of blue looking silver a little bit, and I'm just taking the same packer brush and I'm packing it on the center of my lid. So I'm basically kind of going in a diagonal line, kind of like upward toward the brow bone, but slightly at a slant. I'm taking it all the way up, so it creates this really nice, interesting, reflective kind of line in the halo that we're creating. So don't be afraid to take it all the way to your eyebrow, and I'm also kind of dusting the warmer silver shade onto the eyebrow bone as well. So when you see like the way that it reflects at every angle when you like are looking at your eye, it's really interesting, is really pretty. So it's kind of like it's there, but it's not. It just creates a lot of interest. Then that's basically it for the lid. I'm going in on the lower lash line. So again, this is very heavy, a lot of drama. I'm taking the same shade that we used to pack on in the inner outer corner on the lid, the first shade that we used, and I'm using a really small pencil brush to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the lower lash line. So the inner corner, the outer corner, and I'm also taking it on the outer corner on the lid just to deepen it up a little bit more, because all of the blending might have made it a little bit like less dark than I wanted it to be. And I also like to use a kind of like really small pencil brush to go in on my lower lash line, because I don't like when my lower lash line is dark and it goes down a little bit too far down my face. I feel like it makes me look like really raccoon looking and just brings down my eyes and makes it look really heavy. So I like to, if I'm using a dark shade on my lower lash line, I like to keep it as close to the lash line as possible, and this brush is perfect for that. Also will be linked down below if you're interested. Then I went ahead and put in the same cool tone silver shade on the lid on the same exact place on the lower lash line. So we're basically kind of creating like a halo on the lower lash line as well. Then I went in with some pencil liner on the waterline, literally only in the inner and outer corner, keeping the center bare. So I also use this pencil liner to create like an inner corner wing. So this is the part where you can customize. You totally do not have to do this if you don't want to. I just felt like it did add more drama and just kind of accentuated the shape that we're going for a little bit more. So we are creating like an eyeshadow wing with the concealer and cleaning up the kind of outer corner to make that like cat eye effect and cat eye shape and like uplift our eyes. I wouldn't recommend skipping the concealer step, but you can definitely skip the inner corner wing. So that just gives it another level of drama. Now we're going in with the mascara. The eyeshadow is finished with. I'm going in with the Mascara Gate mascara, the L'Oreal Telescopic. I really like using this mascara when I want to go into my lashes and make them nice and long and just very visible as possible. So I am going to be adding falsies, but I'm going to show you guys what this looks like without any false lashes. If you do really just want to wear mascara only, it's definitely really pretty without false lashes, but I am going in on my lashes. I like to comb the bottom as normal and then back comb my lashes on the top of them to add more volume and length. So this is what we're looking like. This is literally one of my favorite mascaras. I mean, Mascara Gate or not, this mascara does its thing. So these are the lashes that I'm using. These are some really interesting lashes I found from TikTok. This TikTok brand is Small Lash brand. They are kind of like clusters, but they're like customizable lashes that you can place and kind of create your own look with. So I love using these with a look that I don't want a really thick kind of like band-aid lash, but I want some volume and some length. So I just added 2 clusters to the ends of my lashes, and the inner corner lashes are my own lashes. So this is what the difference looks like. I really like to use it when I just want some more volume, when I want a little bit more lift in my lashes, and to kind of accentuate that cat eye looking shape. So this is the final look with the lashes, with the inner corner wing, with the waterline liner. Let me know what you think. Again, you can definitely swap out the silver for some gold. I think that will look beautiful, but totally depending on what you're wearing this wedding season. Let me know if you would wear this, or definitely just, you know, try it out, practice. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!